This is the story of Martin Luther. Martin Luther was born on November 10, 1483, in Eisleben, Germany. His father was a miner and his mother was a devout Catholic. When he was 21, he joined a monastery and became a priest. He studied theology at the University of Wittenberg, and it was there that he became known for his knowledge of the Bible. He knew it better than anyone else, not just in his college, but in the whole city. People came from far and wide to hear him preach, and soon he became one of the most popular preachers in Germany. But he was not happy with the way the church was being run. He saw that people were becoming more interested in money than God. The church had become too powerful and too rich, and he wanted to do something about it. So he decided to write something that would change the world forever. On October 31, 1517, he posted his 95 Theses on the door of the castle church in Wittenberg. It was a list of accusations against the church. He accused the church of selling indulgences, which were basically tickets to heaven that you could buy with money. He said that the church was teaching people that they could get to heaven without God's help. And he said that the church was taking advantage of people by charging them for these indulgences. His 95 Theses were written in Latin, so only scholars could read them. But soon people were translating them into German so that everyone could read them. And everyone began to ask, why can't we buy our way into heaven? Why should we listen to the Pope? And this caused a huge problem for the church. The Pope was the head of the church, and he was supposed to be the most holy person in the world. But now people were questioning everything he stood for. They began to look at the Bible for themselves, and they realized that the church was wrong about many things. They didn't need the church to tell them how to live their lives. They could read the Bible for themselves and decide for themselves what was right and wrong. This caused a big fight between Martin Luther and the church. The church wanted to put him on trial for heresy, which is basically disagreeing with the church. They sent him letters telling him to stop preaching and writing against the church. But he wouldn't listen. In 1520, he wrote another list of accusations against the church. He called it the Address to the Christian Nobility of the German Nation. In this document, he told the German princes that they should take over the power of the church in Germany. The princes liked this idea, and many of them began to take control of the church in their own lands. This caused the Reformation, which was when people began to break away from the Roman Catholic Church and start their own churches. Martin Luther died on February 1546. He knew that he had started something big, but he didn't know how big it would become. His ideas spread all over Europe, and people began to question everything they had been taught by the church. This led to the Age of Reformation, when many new churches were started and the power of the church began to decline. So remember the story of Martin Luther, the man who wrote 95 Theses and changed the world. Now check out the description below for links to more videos about the Reformation and other important people in history. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an exciting episode. See you next time.